Week 2 of the high school football season gave us some great matchups, but the most interesting game went down in Crystal Falls. Forest Park squared off against Ishpeming for just the second time in their program's history. Before the game got kicked off, both teams took a moment to honor their 1975 state championship squads, the ones that really set the stage for what UP football is all about. Let's head to Dick Metlack Field for the game between the Hematites and the Trojans. No score early in the first quarter. Trojans with the football, junior quarterback Noah Starr back to pass, and he's going to find a wide open Aiden Waldo on the crosser. Waldo going to turn on the Jets. Forest Park connects on the big pass play to get themselves on the board at 7-0 Trojans. After an Ishpeming turnover, Forest Park in the red zone. Dax Hookey takes the snap. He weaves his way through a couple defenders, crosses the goal line untouched. The extra point no good. It's 13-0 Forest Park. Still in the first, Ishpeming looking to get their offense going. Grady Gothier back to pass. He tucks and takes off running. He bounces it to the outside and down the sideline, sidesteps a defender to score it. Ishpeming's two-point try is no good. It's 13-6 Trojans. Third quarter, Ishpeming facing a 4th and goal from the 16-yard line. Gothier going to flip it out to Derek Meyer, who's wide open. He's going to power his way in for 6. Two-point conversion is good. 21-14 Forest Park. Later in the third, Trojans on the doorstep again. Waldo going to rumble in for another Forest Park touchdown, and then Gothier would break loose for a long touchdown run late in the fourth quarter to make it a one-score game, but the Trojans were able to run out the clock. Forest Park takes down Ishpeming in our game of the week, 28-22, capturing the Molesky Metlack Trophy.
Absolutely. Both teams coming in 0-1. The 50-year reunion for the state championship teams, the originators of the UP Power, they like to say. Yeah, it meant a lot to these kids, and just an awesome football game. You know, punch and counter punch and another counter punch, and just kids making plays, and just, I thought, good UP football.
Some more 8-player scores from Friday. Norway wins big over North Central 58-8. Another big win, Go Gibbik 62-6 over Rapid River. Newberry tops Ontonagon 34-14. Pickford over Brimley 57-8. North Dickinson takes down Rudyard 52-7. And Cedarville Detour shuts out Fife Lake Forest Area 52-0. Let's head now to Marquette. The Sentinels looking to bounce back from a Week 1 loss to Negaunee, hosting Alpena in a big North Conference showdown. Marquette's new Sentinel mascot also making a debut Friday evening. We're going to pick up opening play from scrimmage. Ford Richardson from the pocket lofts it towards the sideline, looking for Jacob Norman. Norman tips it up, able to control it, turns on the Jets, and leaves his defender in the dust. 82 yards for the touchdown at 7-0 Sentinels. But on the ensuing kickoff, Alpena's Thorin Rogers going to scoop up the football, weaves his way across the field, finds a lane between the Marquette defenders. He's going to scoot in for the responding touchdown. They would miss the extra point. It's now 7-6 Marquette. Fast forward now, under 4 minutes left in the first after a touchdown run by Richardson made it 14-6. He keeps it on the option again following his blockers to the goal line, extends into pay dirt. Richardson showing off his dual threat ability. It's 21-6 Marquette. Alpena then looking for a spark, opting to go to the air, but the pass is going to be picked off by Marquette's Hallen McCullum. The takeaway setting them up with prime position. And the Sentinels will go to the air as well. Richardson to the corner of the end zone as Brody Clements channels his inner Odell Beckham Jr. Gets the foot down for an insane touchdown grab. Marquette notches their first W of the year with a big 41-13 victory. Let's bring things down to the Southern UP as a matchup between the visiting Negaunee Miners and the Gladstone Braves. Early first quarter, first drive on 1st and goal, Marshall Peters. He's going to go to the right side of his offensive line, follows his big lineman for the 3-yard touchdown, giving the Miners an early 6-0 lead. On the ensuing kickoff, Miles Bidido going to reverse course on the return here. He's going to break through a couple arm tackles, giving the Braves great field position into Negaunee territory as the score remains 6-0. Late first quarter now, Negaunee driving in their own territory. Kyle Waterman going to be strip sacked by Chase Ketchum of the Braves. The fumble going to be recovered by Jack Savard, giving momentum to Gladstone as the score remains 6-0. The Braves could not hold momentum though, as picking things up late in the fourth quarter, Negaunee has 4th and goal from the 1. Waterman going to keep it himself, going over the center for the score, giving Negaunee a 25-2 lead after a good point after try, and that will be the final score. Negaunee pulls off a dominant win on the road in Gladstone. The Miners end up on top in this one, 25-2, as they start off the season 2-0. Let's take things south on US 41. Cadillac making the trip up north, taking on the Escanaba Eskimos. We're going to pick things up early third quarter. Escanaba leading 16-0 in driving. A second and goal run here from Bryce Bickler from 1 yard out, going to give the Eskimos a sizable 23-0 advantage to start the second half. With just over 5 minutes left in the third, Escanaba finds themselves at the Cadillac 29 in a 4th and 1 situation. Is Brody Ison going to pick up the first down to give the Eskimos a fresh set of downs? On the very next play, Ison showcasing his playmaking ability. He's going to bring this one to the house for a 25-yard rushing touchdown, expanding Escanaba's lead to a whopping 30-0 advantage, as the Eskimos would win in dominant fashion tonight over Cadillac 36-7. More scores from 11-player action Friday. Calumet runs away from Calumet 55-6. Kingsford gets their first win of the year over Houghton 29-6. Bark River picks up a big-time win over Iron Mountain on the road 30-22 in overtime. Lance wins a tight one over West Iron County 20-14.